Hi there, welcome back. In this lesson, we will try to finish the front-end part of our application that we left behind, and we will try to do this in one video. If not, we will do this in 2 videos because we have a lot to cover. Also, I want to thank you for your nice comments. And with that being said, let's begin. So we're gonna jump in our code editor. So we're gonna navigate inside the source folder, and we're gonna create a folder named Redux. Inside Redux, we will create um, a new folder named Actions. We'll create a folder named Reducers, and we'll create a folder named Constants. So in the root folder of the Redux folder, we will create the store, and we will configure this file. So we're gonna bring the create store, combine reducers, apply middleware from Redux, and we're gonna need the thunk, okay, from Redux thunk. So we will need also compose with DevTools, okay. So by the way, you need to install a Google extension so that you can see, for Redux, so that you can see the state in the browser. You will see that in a moment. After that, we need to use combine reducers. So we'll create a new variable named reducer, and we will use combine reducer that accept an object for now, an empty object for now. And now we will also add a comment, initial state. We're gonna create a new variable named let initial state, which is also an empty object for now. After that, we'll create a variable named middleware that will receive thunk. So we'll use asynchronous requests, async await. And now we'll create a variable named star, and we will use create star, and the star accept first of all the reducer, secondly the initial state, and after that we will use compose with DevTools so that we can see our state in the browser with the Redux extension, like I've told you. And compose with DevTools accept apply middleware. We will use the spread operator, and we will use the middleware. So after that, we need to export the store so that we can use it across our application. So after that, we will configure our global state. So we'll bring provider from React Redux and store from the Redux folder that we have just created. and we open and close provider, and we put inside provider our main application, and provider accept the store will receive store. Now we have configured globally our Redux toolkit application. After that, we will go inside reducers. We're gonna create our first reducer. We will create job reducer. So export const load job reducer. Reducer accept two parameters. It accepts the state and action. And we are using our function. And the state, it will receive the jobs as an empty array because we have a list of jobs. And after that, we will open a switch case block. Okay. In the default, we will return the state. Here we will have action that type. Now the type will be for the first case job load request. In this case, we're gonna return an object, and in that object we will say loading true. We're gonna duplicate job load success. In this case, loading will be false because we will have our jobs, our listed jobs. And we could say, return action, like jobs receive action that payload. Okay, action that payload, this is the value that we receive when you make the request. But we want to access directly, we want to access directly, the listed jobs. So we will proceed like this, jobs, action that payload that jobs. So we access the jobs array. So we paste some values that we access directly. Success action that payload that success, that will come from our API. Page, we will access the current page. Pages, the count, the set unique location, and the jobs, like I told you. You will see that in the in the browser when we get there. And we have a case where job load is failed, loading will be false, and we'll have error. So we have an action that payload. And another case, if we want to reset, our state. So if we want to reset our state, we will only send an empty object. And the default will return the state. And save. but we will need also to create, this this constants in the folder, in the constants folder. So to do so, we will one step up, and we're gonna go inside the constants folder. And we're gonna create a file name job constant.js. So we're gonna copy our constants from our um, job reducer. We paste it here, export const, and after this we will bring our constants in our load job reducer, just like this. Will make your life easier. So those constants will be auto imported. So after creating the job reducer, we need to bring it in the store. So we're gonna name it load jobs, and we're gonna bring the load job reducer. So we need to import load job reducer, just like this, and save. After that, we need to go inside the folder actions and create the job action. Export const job load action. So you see a function will return another function. So we will use async await. This is possible with Redux Stack. So we will receive a few parameters. Remember, we have filters when we are loading jobs in our backend API. So we're gonna receive them here. Okay, and async dispatch for dispatch in action. The first action that we will dispatch will be the job load request. And after that, we will open a try catch block. Okay, so we paste our endpoint with all the parameters. So we extract this data from Axio, and we need to bring Axio from Axios. So after that, we will need to dispatch the job load success. And we'll have payload that will receive the data that is coming from the Axio, the get Axio. In the catch block, we need to dispatch job load fail just in case we have an error. So we will dispatch it here. And we also bring the constants, and also error in the error, the catch error will receive a payload. So the payload will be error that response that data that error. So this is coming from Axio. So if you have Dog, you can console log error, okay, from Axios. You will see that. Okay, so after that, we will continue with the MUI. We have already talked about the installation. And we have the components. This is all the components. Okay, reading text field, we will use it a lot. Okay, so you have everything here. We'll use box container also. So just click on the element to see that, and you can expand to see what it has inside. And we have three buttons here. Okay, and for example, you have this button in the middle named contain. For example, we have also component API, which has you have props, you have style. So I will give you an example. Let's say you want to remove the shadow. So as you can see, it has a prop name visible elevation. Okay, so guys and girls, the secret is to read the documentation. Okay, you need to read the documentation if you want to master the MUI. So we go back in our code editor. We will use the box. Box is an element that you can, for example, if you add the component props, you can say it's a div, it's a span. Okay, so again, with the documentation. So in the box, the default is a div. Okay, so we'll add an SX props. This is how you add style in MUI component with XS. This is one of the method. So BG color, FA, and min height 100 ph. Okay, and save. And after that, we'll have to use columns. We will use React Stack. Okay, from Material UI. This is the responsive part. We'll copy this responsive values. Okay, because in our front end we will use two columns, but first of all we'll need to use a container. The container is like Bootstrap container, if you know a little bit about it. Okay, and we need to bring container from MUI, and we paste the stack in between. Okay, so it already responsive. Stack is using flexbox. Okay, so here we will have two columns. We'll use a box. So we will say flex2, so it will occupy um, our screen. Okay, and the padding is 2, and we'll have another box which will be bigger than the first one. Okay, and the stacks already come the way we took it. It already responsive, and we need to bring stack from MUI, because any element that you are using, you need to bring it. If not, it will show error. Okay, we bring card, so we need also to bring card. And typography, it's a way to deal with title. Okay, when you pass component, you can say component h3, h5. Okay, so that is the way it works. So again, they have great documentation. So we need to bring the palette from the use theme hook. Use theme hook is a hook from MUI. Okay, material UI, so that we can get our color. As you can see in the H4, so you see the theme. Let's go in the theme. So you see palette, primary main, palette, secondary main. Okay, and we save. Seems like we have an error because we don't have card yet, card element, and we bring them. Typography, we need to bring it also from MUI. Okay, and let's save. Okay, so now you see successful. Okay, and now let's check the appearance. Now this is the appearance, not too fancy, but we are coming step by step. And now we need to work in the second part of the column. And we will create a variable named dispatch, and we will use the use dispatch hook. Okay, from React Redux. After that, we will use effect. Use effect accept the function, and is also an array of dependencies. Array of dependencies, that means when you pass a dependency in the array, each time one of them change, it will reload automatically. And now we will dispatch our job load action. We will need to copy job load action and paste here in dispatch. And we need to bring job load action. Also, we have a few parameters. If you have watched the backend part, so we have a few parameters to load the jobs, page number, etc., keyword, category, location. Okay, so we bring them in our job load action. Now dispatch, it's like we trigger, we execute to so that our listed jobs appear. Okay, so all of these parameters, um, to load the job, we need them. Okay, and also we need to pass in the dependencies like I just told you, page, keyword, category, location, so that anytime we have a change, it will reload the result automatically. And after that, we need to bring page. Okay, page, this will be, we create a variable from the use state hook. State page will be the current page, I mean, to know which current page we are. And also category. Okay, we create variable name cart because we have it in our job location parameter function. Okay, job load action, I should say. Also, remember, we have query parameter, we have keyword, we have location, and we will bring them from use params. Okay, use params is also an hook. Okay, and we will bring use params from React water dom. Okay, so whenever we have keyword in the query parameter and location, so we will bring them. Okay, so let's check in our browser. As you can see, we have not found. So pay attention to the status code. Okay, not found. Not found means um, um, it means what it says. So we need to add a proxy in our package.json and we start our application. Okay, so that we can make requests from the backend. And after saving and reloading, I mean, kill the server and restart it again, as you can see, we have no errors in the console. And also we will go inside the Redux table. And as you can see, you see our job load request success, and you see our listed jobs, okay, from the state. Okay, now these values you can access it globally in the entire application. This is what is great with the Redux toolkit. Okay, so here we should add set with lowercase. Okay, so that we can see the set unique location. So we're gonna head to the home page. And we're gonna bring jobs, set unique location, pages, loading, form. We're gonna use selector. Use selector is to select which state you want to work with. Okay, in this case, we're gonna select the let's go inside the store. Okay, inside the store, we're gonna select the load jobs. Okay, there's one that we have created a few minutes ago. Okay, so this is how you select state you want to work with. Okay, with use selector. hook. So after that, we're gonna print, the job title to check. You can check um, if you want, but I'm doing this for some people in order to see what's going on. So we're gonna first of all try to print the job title, okay? And we use map and h1. So we're gonna go in our job state inside the Redux table, and we're gonna copy the title, head back, job title. So this is how you make loop in JavaScript. One of the way. Okay, and let's check our frontend part. So as you can see, I have listed jobs, okay? But I don't want to return listed job like this. I will return it in a better way. And to do that, we will create a new component named card element. So you can name it whatever you want. And I will paste some value. Card, you can find it in the MUI. So so we have pasted it just to save you some time, but you will find it like so. I've created a component with it, but you will find card and everything inside of it in the MUI component. Okay, so as you can see, we pass some props. We create some props, okay, and those props we added. For example, in the description part, so we have added something to limit the description part, okay, and we have added icon, okay, and apply some style, and you see the two we have added disable elevation so that we remove shadow in the button, okay, and we go back, we're gonna remove the h1 tag and adding our component. But to avoid error, we need to each element should have a unique key, so that we have added the I in the parameter, so you could have named it whatever you want, index. So card element accept props, okay, the key. It should be each element should have a key according to React, and we pass the ID. The job title has props, the description, the category, the location. For the category, we have added a condition. If the job type exists, we'll bring that category, else no category. And the card element, the card component will receive those props. Okay, and if you check the frontend part, so as you can see, we have everything here. Okay, after this we will need to add pagination, so we'll use the stack, okay, and pagination will accept as prop the current page, the count which is the number of pages that we have, but I have added a condition so that if because number of the page couldn't be 0, you get it, so I've added a condition. By default, if the pages is equal to 0, so the default will be 1, else we will receive all the pages that we have. Okay. And also it accepts an on change. So you see we have pages that come from our state. Okay. And as you can see, if we go in the frontend part, so you see our pagination is working fine. So we will have to add a footer. Drop inside the footer element. We will just paste. I mean, this will be basic CSS. So box, the default is a div in an UI. Okay. So we are using midnight blue. So you see that in our theme, and we bring a palette from use theme, which is a MUI hook. Okay. And save. After that, we need to bring it in our home page. And save. So after that, if I were to change the midnight blue to black, just for you to see that our theme is working. Okay. So if we jump in the fronted part, and as you can see, it changed to black, but we're gonna return to our value. It was an example just to show you that we are effectively using our theme colors. So to make things more elegant, we will create a loading component, loading box component, so that if the result is delayed, we have, I mean, a spinner. Like, you get the idea. So we're gonna we paste this component, and we are going to use loading. If the loading is true, so we'll have to bring our loading box component. Okay, auto import it. Else we are using ternary operator to make our life easier and shorter code. Else jobs and jobs that length, if this is equal to 0, so we will add like a div, because box the default is a div, and added some style. No result. Okay, no result found. Else we will have our listed job, and we save. Now it's time to check how frontend. And as you can see, you see our little spinner and try to change page. And as you can see, everything is working great. After this step, we will need to filter job by category. To do so, we will create inside the actions folder job type action. So if we were not using the Redux toolkit, we could call uh, the job type endpoint directly in the frontend part. Okay, so because we are using a Redux toolkit, so we will need to configure them. Also, we create job type reducer. To save some time, I will copy everything from the job reducer and paste it in the job type reducer. And we're gonna make some adjustments. So in jobs, we're gonna add job type, and we could have, as you can see, we check the backend part in all jobs type. So as you can see, we will receive job type, okay, like so. So doing this, we will access directly the job type array. So this time, the constants will be job type load request, job type load success, job type load fail, job type load reset. And we will adjust it. We will create job type array. And our reducer will be job type reducer. So I think everything is fine. So we need to bring the load job type reducer in the store so that we can access it globally. So we'll name it job type, and we will receive load job type reducer. And we need to bring the load job type reducer. And as you can see, auto imported. So we have some errors. So we're gonna fix that. We need to create, all these constants. One step up inside Redux folder, and inside the drop inside the constants folder, we will create a new file name job type constant.js. paste here, press tab and with the cursor, okay, multi-line cursor, make our life easier. Okay, after this, we're gonna auto import them. So like so. And save after that. And as you can see, no errors. So we clear. After that, we need to have the job type action. In the action, this is where you make the API call, okay? And the reducer, it's the, I can say, the different stage, okay, that your request could be. And we copy everything and we're gonna make some cleanup. This will also a get request, and the endpoint will be, let's add in the route job type routes. I mean, it will be API/API/type/jobs. And also we need to bring our constants, job type load request, success, and fail. Seems like the auto import not working, so uh, let's copy from job type constants. Seems like it's working now. Auto imported. And doing this for all. So we'll create I mean a select component. We will use it as our drop down. Here we can add, I mean, job type to match the job type in the reducer, or we can leave it job type all and just rename job type all, okay? But no difference at all, just preference name to have a sense. And also in the select component, we have all these components from the MUI. So we will have the job type from the use selector from the state, okay, and on change will receive on change handle and change on change category, and also it will receive um, the category. So we bring select component. Select component has two props, okay, handle change category and cat. So handle change will receive handle change, which we will create soon, and also cat for category receive category. Okay, but cat we already have it. Okay, set cat, but we will create the handle change category. And we pass the event and we set the category. Set cat will receive event that target that value. So that each time your category change, will have um, no result. So this is the front end part, and when we click the select button, seems like we don't have we have no result. So I know what it is. It's because we don't, I mean, trigger the dispatch, the job type action. So we'll use another use effect. So you may know that you can use more than one use effect. Okay, and we don't need parameters, we don't need dependencies. And we bring job type load action and click auto imported and save. And now let's check again. As you can see, everything is working. Okay, and also we repaginate. Okay, after that we need to filter by location. Okay, so the typography, the component will be h4. So we already have set a unique location from the state, from the job state. Okay, so we use menu item, list item. Okay, but we need to bring menu list from MUI. Menu item from MUI. Icon, so location icon. The link we will use the React Water Dome link. Okay, and this will be our link. Search / search location and the query parameter. So we check our installed component. And we save. As you can see, we have location on icon. So we will bring it from MUI. Also, in the jobs controller, this is how we send the value. Okay, set location. We remove capital S. Okay. And save, and now let's take a look. Now this is all our locations. And if we click, let's say remote, we see not found. I know why, because we don't have the route yet. Okay, so if you check the link, okay, we don't have this route yet, so we will add it. Okay, duplicate line and add the route. It will display in the home page. Okay, and now when we save, we access. So as you can see, it will load automatically. Okay, and if you can see that in the URL. Okay, and all the result that we have is remote. Okay, and if you check New York, it will display only New York. Okay, guys and girls, I think I will split the front end part instead of make you waiting the entire front end video to be ready. And if you have questions, please drop them in the comment section. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up and share this video with your friends so that more people can watch our video. With that being said, thanks for your patience, thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.